Hi everyone. Today we're making these lovely flowers with bokeh background. I'll be adding minimal details in this painting as it's going to be semi-loose. And I've already sketched the tulips. So first I'll apply clean water on the entire paper around them. You want it to be properly wet, so take your time and apply the water while avoiding these flowers as much as you can. Now you can use any color of your choice. You can even do a flat wash, but I'm adding different colors that will represent the unfocused flowers in the background. And I'm using dilute paint for this step and working very quickly because we want to do this all wet in wet. First, I've dropped in some alizarin crimson, and now I'm adding some yellow to represent the flowers in different colors. And for the rest of it, I'll fill in with different hues of green. For this step, you want to be very quick and drop in the paint in different spots. Since we're using the wet-in-wet technique, we'll get softer transitions between the colors. This is similar to the blur background video I made, and if you are interested, you can watch that later. Since we avoided applying water inside the flowers in the first step, it should be very easy to paint around them, but if some of it bleeds through, don't worry, and try to lift that paint. Sometimes it really depends on your paper and paints how easy it is to lift the pigment. And if you are finding it hard, even then don't worry, we can do darker paint in the flowers. Now to create the bokeh effect, we need to lift the paint in circles, and to make it easier for me, I've wrapped multiple coins of different sizes in tissue paper. Then I'm using them to lift the paint while it's still wet. Here are the two things you need to keep in mind. First is the cleaner the tissue, the better it will lift. Therefore, I'm using multiple coins to save time of wrapping them again and again. And the second thing is I'm lifting the paint while it's still wet. You can do it when it's damp or even dry. And for the dry paint, we can apply a small amount of water to activate it and then lift it. But how well you'll be able to lift depends on the paint and the paper you are using. So I recommend testing it on a scrap piece first. Now let this dry completely, then do the first layer of these tulips. And for this one, I'm using cadmium yellow pale. And for making the leaves and the stems, I'm using sap green. I'm also filling in some of this white space with the same paint. Now for the first layer of this tulip, I'm doing yellow at the base. And for the petals, do a layer of dilute alizarin crimson. Then add ultramarine blue in some areas. Paint these leaves with sap green and add some yellow here. And then add some blue in the darker areas. And for this leaf, I'm doing yellow on the edge and viridian green on the darker area. And for the rest of it, I'll do sap green. Let everything dry completely, then add another layer of yellow here, keeping it darker on one side. And for the stems and leaves, use a slightly concentrated sap green. Then do a layer of sap green on top of the base layer here.
Mon équipe et moi-même sommes à votre disposition durant votre voyage. Pour votre sécurité, je vous invite à ne pas laisser vos bagages sans surveillance et à signaler au personnel de bord tout objet qui vous paraîtrait suspect. Je vous rappelle également que l'étiquetage des bagages est obligatoire. Merci de votre vigilance. Vous trouverez une voiture bar située au milieu du train. Pour les voyageurs internationaux de première classe, une collation est offerte à leur place. Pour la tranquillité de tous, vous êtes invités à passer vos appels téléphoniques depuis les plateformes. Nous vous souhaitons un agréable voyage. Guten Tag, meine Damen und Herren, im Namen der SNCF und der Deutschen Bahn, Mitglieder der Allianz, begrüße ich Sie im TGV nach Stuttgart über Straßburg und Karlsruhe. Mein Name ist Philipp Pierre. Bei Fragen und Wünschen helfen mein Deutsch-Französisches-Team und ich Ihnen gerne weiter. Bitte achten Sie zur eigenen Sicherheit darauf, dass Ihr Gepäck nie unbeaufsichtigt ist und signalisieren Sie dem Bordpersonal.
This stem felt a little light, so I'm going to do another layer here in the similar manner we did the base layer.
Jeden Gegenstand, der Ihnen verdächtig erscheint. Bitte versehen Sie zudem Ihr Gepäck mit dem obligatorischen Adressanhänger. Wir danken für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit. In der Mitte des Zuges finden Sie unsere Bar. Für Fahrgäste der ersten Klasse im internationalen Verkehr ist eine leichte Mahlzeit an Ihrem Platzpreis im Fahrpreis inbegriffen. Wir bitten Sie aus Rücksicht gegenüber Mitreisenden, nur in den Einstiegsbereichen zu telefonieren. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise.
And for these petals, I'm doing a glaze with a dilute mixture of alizarin crimson.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of SNCF and Deutsche Bahn, members of the Rating Alliance, welcome on board this TGV to Stuttgart via Strasbourg and Karlsruhe. I'm Philippe Pierre, your train manager. If you have any questions, my team and I will be glad to assist you. For your security, please keep your luggage under surveillance and report any suspicious item to the staff. May I also remind you to label your luggage with your name and address. Thank you for your cooperation. You will find a barcode in the middle of the train. For international first-class passengers, immediately offer at your seat. Please use your mobile phone with consideration.
Then take a little bit thicker purple lake and add it in some areas. This will help us define the petals more.
To fellow passengers and take your calls from the vestibule. We wish you a pleasant journey.
Now, let everything dry completely. Then add some shadows. And I've mixed ultramarine blue with a little Payne's gray to do that. Then add highlights with a white pen or paints. If you enjoyed this video, you might also like this flower tutorial with a blur background, so be sure to check it out. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.